Okay. Okay, it's a white wall, right? Okay. Okay, started already.
Okay, so Hashini, why and how did you... I joined MCS.
Oh, hi. Satria.
Mana? Bye. Hi.
I joined MCS because I needed to feel like I belong to like a family that actually was very inclusive and had a very strong sense of family and also rootedness in culture. No matter what, it didn't have to be racial or religious. Like any type of culture, like a friendship culture, a type of like tradition. But it just so happens to link to my racial heritage, and I'm extremely proud of that. Like the fact that it went full circle.
Then MCS looked really close and bonded, and I really wanted to help y'all lah. Because like SIF after 7 years, and if I could be of help, right, I'll definitely move over. And so I moved over. I was basically loaned out.
I paling ingat menjoget untuk panorama, dan selepas menjoget untuk panorama pula tak ada manifestasi. Dahulu ada manifestasi, tapi last year kita propose raya kita, and to a certain extent it was a success. It's pretty crazy because panorama kita tak nampak orang lain, tapi raya kita nampak kawan-kawan kat lab semua. It's pretty nerve-wracking. I mean, it's quite good.
So I joined MCS, to be honest, was because I wanted to help Fadli out join SYF because I knew how excited he was about it. So I wanted to join, like, to help him out, but at the same time gain some experience. The last time I participated in SYF was during my primary 6 for my violin. Yeah, I know, very lame, but I think it was a good experience because I got to get to know my juniors and my batchmates better. So I thought that this was one of the opportunities that I couldn't like let go of. So yes, that's one of the reasons why I joined MCS. And I joined MCS.
Why I joined MCS is because I was from dance in Sec 1. P1. So after ending my SYF in Sec 4, I thought that it was not enough. So I wanted to join a Malay dance CCA in JC, and here I am in MCS. So I first joined MCS, I was really, I felt really warm when I met Sabila and Rin, because both of them are very passionate in the culture, like me also. So it was really very easy to like do whatever that we want to do as MCS.
I was a Malay dance member in secondary school, and I enjoyed it a lot. I really had a lot of fun. I met so many new people, and I really enjoyed being a senior in Malay dance. And from then on, because I had such a great experience, I wanted to relive that for my JC life. So I did not hesitate. I signed up for MCS in JC as well, hoping that what I got in secondary school would be what I would experience in JC. And partly also because Malay dance taught me to be a very enduring, more persevering individual. So because of that, it really helped me in my O-levels, and I really hope that the same thing would, the same effect would be on my A-levels as well. So, no, I'm not sure, but hopefully that's what I'm working towards right now.
There's so many. What's memorable moments? I think like when we all like laugh together lah. It's a lot of times. It's quite funny, and like sometimes I really want to be part of like the Malay community suddenly. Yeah, it's no joke, because like there's this warm atmosphere around MCS. Yeah. So.
My most memorable experience in MCS was when Cikgu Azri walked in the first time, and I just looked at him and I was like, oh, okay, like he knows his shit, and I don't dare to mess up. But then there was one time where I did a move and I messed up, and I was really scared because the move was done a few times already. But then he went to me, he was like, can you stop being so scared? He said, because I feel scared. Even as a professional trained dancer, I also feel very scared. So it's okay, you need to stop feeling scared throughout. You feel scared the first part, but afterwards you don't feel scared anymore. Because if you keep feeling scared, you're not going to improve. And I was like, yeah, I don't know, that small like moment with him was very memorable, and it kind of applies to a lot of my life as well, like in everything I'm doing. And as a philosophy also, it's very applicable and extremely memorable.
Memang sungguh meletihkan badan, banyak titik peluh yang telah membasahi tubuh kita, tapi memang kenangan yang tidak menyedihkan lah.
I think I can't name the most memorable moment because I feel that the process in preparation for SYF was very memorable, like overall. I think mostly because I got to know y'all. Yeah, I think y'all are really like amazing people. I don't think, I've never regretted it, even though I've gotten constant nagging from my parents for coming back late and like participating in SYF, like in J2 during my crucial year. But yeah, I've never regretted it because I feel that seeing y'all every practice was worth it. Yeah, you guys made me feel a lot better, especially if my day wasn't going well and like we had CCA. You guys always never fail to cheer me up. Yeah.
First, it was with again Nurin and Sabila. It was during our first event. It was our first event as 3, which was the higher event with Malab. It was a really very long journey and very hard because we had to deal with some issues that was quite difficult to handle. And Alhamdulillah, our event that time was quite successful. It's indeed when I met my juniors, when I see Iza again from Bowen, and I see a few makciks in our MCS. It was really fun to meet new people and new people who are also passionate in the culture. So it was really very heartwarming.
Well, firstly, it was that particular moment when we were all sitting together in one circle right before our first performance, which was before Arts Night in Meranti, in one circle, and we were all just laughing and talking about anecdotal stories about our families and our entire journey in general. And I had a lot of fun, and from that on, why that point was so memorable for me was because it was very familiar. It had a really familiar, very homely feeling, in my opinion, and it was very memorable because it stayed etched in my memory till today, even though it wasn't like a long time, because I really liked that moment, because in my opinion that moment was a sort of confirmation for our friendship, our camaraderie as a team, because the fact is we only met like a few months, a few weeks, but we become so comfortable with each other, even after meeting only for like 2-3 times max a week for 2-3 hours each, and the fact that the entire CCA session is actually not spent, every second is not spent with each other, but we still managed to connect, we still managed to forge really great friendships, and we're so familiar with each other, we're so comfortable. It really made me feel very homely, and in a strange environment like JC, to be able to find something so familiar that really touched my heart, that really allowed me to feel comfortable, and I felt really great, and that's why it was one of the most memorable experiences for me.
And definitely SYF, oh my gosh, like during the performance it was memorable, that whole journey and that moment on stage where they cute spotlight on Sabila's moment.
kepada Cikgu Fatin dan Cikgu Halida. Terima kasih sangat-sangat sebab telah membimbing kita sepanjang journey kita.
For Cikgu Saida and Cikgu Fatin, thank you so much for being such kind teachers. I've never seen like a teacher so invested in CCA before, like honestly. Like they were actually very, very, very invested. And like for like bringing our stuff, like our makeup, and for bringing for us speakers. She's very, very kind and very, very grateful to have them around. Thank you, Cikgus. And for
Cikgu Fatin and Cikgu Saida, thank you for being there as the directors of like, okay, you know that like a production, like a play, right? There's like the director and the stage manager. All that you are both the director and stage manager. Like, you get things done, and without you guys, like everything will be really messy. So I'm very grateful.
Kepada Cikgu Azri, terima kasih kerana selalu bersabar dengan saya. Dari seorang yang kekok menjadi seorang yang wow, Nuri, not bad dan
okay. Thank you, Cikgu, for remembering my name. Then he was like, hey, this girl move. Then suddenly he was like, Hashini, go there. And I was like, oh, I'm actually very touched, you know, like, oh, he actually remember my name. And then
To Cikgu Azri, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart because really, really like you allowed me to venture out of my normal zone in school. You allowed me to join your Ayunda Lestari outside, so it was a really good experience for me to feel how it is like to be a dancer outside school. Especially for Muara, I think it is my second performance in Muara, and that was my best. So thank you for always trusting me with a lot of things. To Cikgu Fatin, I know it has been very susah to manage with us. Thank you for trusting me a lot, especially in doing my duties as a president and allowing us to do whatever we wish to do as MCS. Yeah. And Cikgu Sahida, even though you are new, you have been very useful for us. So thanks so much for helping us. You all have been very, very useful and helpful to us as a CCA teachers. And for
dan kepada junior saya harap sebab kita batch terakhir, I mean for the moment, and tanggungjawab kita untuk tetap melestarikan budaya, menegakkan jiwa dan bangsa. And it sounds really cliche, but from now on it actually matters.
And to the J1s, I would mention Zayed, because without Zayed, I will not be able to join SRF. But I have learned how to accept yourself. And it is also a good experience for me because it is not usual for me to teach someone else to dance because it's always me learning how to dance. But this time, I teach someone to dance, so it is a really good experience for me to have met you.
other members, thank you for being family, and I really miss you guys.
Aww.
That's it.
And the members, especially to our juniors, I hope you continue the legacy of MCS and participate with passion, not for the drive to win. And because our intention as a team was to do our best and make this experience for us, the performance really obviously showcased our love for the CCA and for one another. And the seniors, especially the original seniors, Fadli, Nurin, Sabila, all of you are very, very, very patient and very open and willing to help the newer dancers. And all of you are very senpai lah. You are very pioneer-like to us. And thank you MCS for accepting me as a member. And whatever we have achieved this year is monumental to what we can actually do.
Okay, so for everyone who is watching this, today is our farewell And it's probably going to be one of the most saddest things I will ever go through in JC, because it's the thing that I'm most connected, most attached to. Yeah, so I guess my final words, okay, I'm not dying, but yeah, my final words would be that it's okay, it's totally okay if physically we can't have trainings, if physically we're unable to come together anymore. It's totally okay because of this technological world on GP, okay guys. So like Miss Sahida said during our SYF day, she felt so homely with us, she felt so familiar with us. That's exactly what I felt even when the J1s came in. I did not feel like an alien. I didn't feel like, oh my god, this is so weird, awkward. It was just like, sure, the first few days were like, oh my god, new members, but it was so short-lived. After that, it was so comfortable. Yes, and then one thing I would like to highlight to all of you is that while we were teaching, while we were coaching you, the best part about this team is that whatever, let's say whatever I say, whoever I correct, y'all are like, oh, okay, I did this wrong, thank you. Like, you are so open to criticism that your eagerness to self-improve is so like, oh my god, like, yeah, it's really idealistic. It's really very exemplary. I really look up to you for that, and I really want to emulate that in myself as well. That willingness to improve yourself, and the fact that you take any criticism as a form of self-improvement. You don't take it as an insult, like, oh my god, why you keep picking on me? No, you're like, okay, I'm gonna self-improve and self-improve. And that is what I think will get you far in life. And that's what I observed that all of you actually have, which is kind of what builds our team to be so strong. Yeah, and to me, the results of the SYF really didn't matter at all, because I wasn't really excited about that, but I was more excited about the fact that we went up to stage, we performed, and when we came off the stage, we were just like, even like all of us have never seen each other dance so hard. Yeah, I'm really happy for that. I'm really, really thankful that I got to be part of this community, this really fun gang. I really enjoyed it. So that's my final words, which is to say thank you for giving me the opportunity, for allowing me to be a leader as well in this CCA, and for being so welcoming. So thank you so much. Bye!
Tengok tu, si jantan tu tengok.
Moga-moga murah rezeki.
Busy.